blessed and positive day. So today, I don't know if you are in the mindset of feeling stuck, or you feel like just the things around you are not motivating you to grow, and you feel like for some reason you've just been on the same level and you're not moving forward. You just feel like almost you're going backwards. Well, I want to tell you, sometimes it's your environment that is causing you to be stuck in the same mindset and stuck in the same situation that you are in. And I want you guys to start evaluating the people that you have around you, because it's very important, the people that you hang around, because they are going to be one of the biggest influences in your life. Most of the time, if you're around people that are building, if you're around people that are growing, it's going to make you want to grow. But if you're around people that are stuck, and you're around people that don't want to get ahead or don't want to do anything with themselves, it's going to leave you in that place where as though you don't want to grow. And it's like a subconscious thing. You guys may not say, oh, I don't want you to grow, I don't want you to grow. But if all of you guys are doing the same thing and not elevating, you're going to end up not elevating yourself. If you're around people that are always gossiping and always drama, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to end up falling in the cycle. And it's not that you're blaming people for how you act, but God says bad company corrupts good character. You don't realize it's the people that you have around you. If you have people that are draining you and that are toxic around you, it's going to affect your mindset. It's going to affect how you operate in your day-to-day life. It's because the people that you have around you are keeping you stuck and bound in that place. That's why it's important. That's why God said, you have to die to yourself. It's almost like you have to become this new person, which means that you have to hang around new people. If the old people aren't any good for you, out of my addiction, I had to remove myself from the people that were around me, because I was trying to quit something, and then I was around people that were doing it, which made it harder for me to quit. So sometimes you have to let people go. They may be good people, but you have to let them go in order for you to elevate to your next level, in order for you to grow, because you're staying stuck with the people around you that aren't building. And it's weighing down on you, and you don't even realize it. If you're around people that aren't spiritually wanting to grow, it's going to drain you. Yes, so sometimes it's the very people that are around you that is holding you back. You need to be around people that are on the same wavelength as you, that want to do the same things as you, that have some of the similar goals as you, wanted to be better, because you can't be around people that are draining you. You can't be around people that are trying to take your energy. It's important that you be around people that will pour into you. Not only you pouring into them, but they're willing to pour into you. And that's the key. Your environment, the people around you. I mean, it's also your location. Sometimes the location that you're in is causing you to be depressed. It's causing you to be on a downward spiral, because when you go outside, all you see is people that are depressed. All you see is people that are holding their heads down. And then you're wondering why you can't seem to find joy, because everywhere you look, it's like darkness. So sometimes God is requiring you to move out of the area that you're familiar with. Move from the childhood places that you are familiar with. Sometimes you got to go out of town. That's just like when people travel back, they get rich or they become celebrities and they end up traveling back to the place that they left. Sometimes they end up losing their life because they go back to an environment that kept them down. They're going back to an environment that didn't provide any positivity. That's why sometimes you see celebrities and stuff go to these inner city schools and schools that don't have the resources, because they need to see people doing the very thing that they don't believe that they can do. When they start to see people that look like them making things happen, then they believe it's possible. But it's all the environment, it's what they're seeing. That's why sometimes these people are in the streets and they're running the streets, because that's all they know. That's all they've been seeing. But at some point, you have to break out of that. I I know that house that you've been living in is your great grandmother's house, and she passed it down to your grandma, and then your grandma passed it down to your mom or your dad, and now you're in it. But at some point, you have to break the cycle and go against the norm, go against what is familiar. So sometimes you have to move out of that location, move out of the environment. Peace and environment is what I'm talking about, is the environment that you do have. What are you doing in that space? What kind of music are you listening to all day? What are you feeding yourself all day? What are you putting into yourself? Because whatever you're feeding yourself is going to come out. So if you're feeding yourself a whole bunch of rap and cussing and violence, that's what's going to come out. You ever notice when you're watching a horror movie or you're watching something, a scary movie, it gives you an eerie feeling. So you hear a noise and now you're like, it's because it took you into another mind state. It took you into another realm. That's why you have to be careful what you are feeding yourself in your environment. Of it, we're all trying to grow. It's all a process, but the key to it is your environment. What is around you? Because what you see is going to affect what goes in here. What you're listening to is going to affect what's in here. Who you're hanging around is going to affect what's in here. And if you keep tampering with what's in here, it's going to cause you the frustration. It's going to cause you the anxiety. It's going to cause you a whole bunch of stress that you don't even need. You have to allow God to move you into this new space, whether it's moving into another location, moving to another state, letting go of the old friends and allowing God to bring new people in your life. Because God wants you surrounded with people that are equally yoked with you. He wants you around people that have the same goal in mind. Because it's not going to work. If your mindset is this way and their mindset is that way, it's not going to work. So you have to get people that are on your level, that's willing to grow, that's willing to do the same things that you're willing to do. So allow God to move whatever it is out the way, and I know it's going to be uncomfortable, but you have to allow him to move that out to the way so you can bring the new in, so you won't feel so stuck, so you won't feel so wound and bound up. You have a blessed and positive day. Remember, we are doing this journey together. If you like this video, like, subscribe, share with someone that you feel as though, could use this video, could use this message. All right, chosen champs, peace out.